It's that time of year where the Christmas movies start coming out in droves. And Netflix has released a few so far. The one that they recently released was called Hot Frosty. And I had to watch it because I was like, this is going to be a disaster. Which it wasn't not a disaster, but it was like a little bit better than I expected actually. Okay, so let's get into it. Okay, so the premise is it's supposed to be like a take on like Frosty the Snowman. They put like the magical hat on Frosty and he comes alive. But in this version, Frosty's hot. So it starts with Kathy, who is played by Lacey Chabib, who is known for her portrayal in Mean Girls and who is also always in Hallmark movies, especially Christmas movies, but she's adorable in all the Christmas movies. I get it. So she plays Kathy and she seems to take care of everyone but herself. See Kathy meeting up at work. I think she runs a restaurant. I don't know if she owns it, but she runs it or is a manager, something like that. Then she goes to visit two of her like friends or like older friends that she knows, and they were talking about how they met and all this stuff. And they said that they had something for her because it reminded them of how they met and fell in love. So they give her the scarf.
You know, when I was younger, my mother always wanted me to meet someone. She always used to say, "You'll never find the warmth unless you venture out into the cold."
She takes the scarf, she leaves, and she comes across a snowman display. So two normal looking snowman, and then one hunky looking snowman with way too defined nipples. Insane. So she notices that the two other snowmen have scarves and the hunky snowman does not. So she gives him her scarf, takes a picture, and leaves for the night. Lo and behold, in the evening, the snowman comes to life and goes streaking. And they make sure that all the women in this movie are way too horny. As an older couple are walking by, the man's freaked out and the woman's like, "Ooh, what's that over there? Oh, I'll get a better look."
Hello! Hi there! Oh! What was that?
I'm not sure. Let's investigate.
Anyway, he goes streaking. He breaks into Kathy's friend's shop and he takes a jumpsuit with the name Jack on it. Like Jack Frost. Hilarious. Cute. Anyway, the next day, Kathy goes into work and she comes across Frosty.
Hi.
Hi. It's you. Look what happened. Look what happened to me.
Sorry, what happened?
And he seems like he's just some guy who's out of it. So she goes over and talks to him and she thinks something's wrong with this guy. So she brings him in to get like a hot meal. So Kathy obviously thinks something's wrong with Jack here. So she takes him to the hospital. I think it's her friend, and it seems like she's a pediatrician. So she looks him over, she takes the temperature, and it's not reading normal. Like, he's frozen.
Who's your friend? This is Jack. I met him this morning. I actually found him talking to the snow sculptures. Yeah, I don't know how long it's been out there. Both thermometers say that he's below 30 degrees. He's ice cold, but appears to be sweating. Oh, maybe he's melting.
So Kathy's like, I don't know, like, I think he's a snowman maybe. And the doctor's like, yeah, sure, I'm into that. Normally I like science, but it's Christmas, so let's throw all that out the window. So she's weirdly behind it right away. Very strict.
And he came to life? Yes, and that snowman is gone now. Maybe he's telling the truth. Oh, sure, right. Look, everything about Christmas. Santa, elves, flying reindeer. The scientist in me knows they shouldn't exist. But wouldn't the world be a little bit better if they did?
So Kathy decides to take Jack home with her because that's what a normal woman would do. You meet a guy who seems insane, you bring him home. Duh! So anyway, she brings him home and she gets him set up and watching TV. So he's going through some different shows. And the first one he turns on, it's like, I think it's a clip from like another Netflix movie, but it has Lindsay Lohan in it. And Lacey Chabib, Kathy, says, "Oh, that girl looks like someone I went to high school with." Now that was cute. I like that. That was fun. That was good. I mean, Mean Girls reference, you gotta love it, right? Come on. So anyway, he's set up watching TV. He's watching a lot of cooking shows, building shows, like he's loving TV, right? So, and then for some reason he starts watching, somehow he starts watching like Nosferatu and it scares him and he's like, you know, lurking around the house and he goes into the basement and he finds like paperwork or like letters or notes or whatever implying that Kathy's husband died. So later that night he asked her about it and she says that he had cancer and he passed away quickly, and that's why the house has been, you know, falling apart, because usually that's something that her husband took care of. So Jack then starts taking on that responsibility. So the next day, he's out fixing the roof without a shirt, and another horny older lady drives by, and he comes down off the roof and offers to help her out. And oh my god, this scene was uncomfortable, to say the least.
Ma'am, are you all right?
Oh, I think I'll be fine.
Well, you're stuck in there pretty bad. You want me to get behind you and push?
Huh? Yeah. Yes.
All right. You ready for me?
I'm ready.
Here I go.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, it's working.
So anyway, this lady invites him back to her place. She needs help fixing a light, of course. So he's there, and a bunch of older ladies are just watching him fix this light. Decide, hey, we need help at the school. Why don't you, help out there? And he says yes. But Kathy is not so keen on this because the two cops are for him, especially the head cop. Like, he's determined to solve this case because there's usually no crime in this town, so he's wanting to figure out who streaked and who broke into this shop.
A man is defined by his actions, Ed. And now, it's time to take action. Bring this man to justice.
So obviously, there's not usually new people in town, so they're going to suspect him, and if he's out and about doing stuff, he's going down. So anyway, he starts working at the school, everything's going good, the cops are still trying to figure out who's done all this stuff, and Kathy is starting to maybe like this snowman a little bit. So we start to see a little montage of Kathy starting to fall for Jack as he starts to decorate her house, which makes her happy, and they do little cute activities together like baking cookies, and then they're putting up their tree with lights and everything. So it's starting to get her interested in him and starting to feel happy again, and they start to fix up the house. They start having cute montages, they're baking cookies, and I thought it was hilarious when she eats the snowman and he's just like, bitch, you're eating my kind. Like, it was really funny. Like, she's like, it's like cannibalism for him, but it was funny. So Jack obviously likes Kathy, but since he's not a real man and what's a snowman, he needs advice from, someone else, the local cop. So he starts to get advice from the local cop about how to know if Kathy likes him and how to ask her to the dance, and also to teach him how to dance. All these scenes are actually pretty funny with the cops involved. They kind of make the movie really funny, and the guy who plays Jack is also pretty funny as well. Jack invites Kathy to this Christmas ball, and she's like, well, you need something to wear. So they obviously do the obvious trope of doing the clothing montage, which is kind of cute. She kind of pretty womaned him, and even the music's playing, and they even do that little scene where she clamps the jewelry box on his hand. Funny. I like the reference. It was cute. Kathy and Jack have a fun time at the winter ball, and they go to kiss, but Jack pulls away because he doesn't want to hurt Kathy, because since he's a snowman, he doesn't know if he'll go back to being a snowman. He doesn't want to leave her because he knows how sad she was when her husband passed away. Meanwhile, the sheriff is still trying to prove that Jack is the person who went streaking and broke into the building.
Who are you? Some youthful prankster? Or are you a deviant?
The chief or sheriff, he realizes the ATM has a camera and it's pointing exactly to where all the crimes had occurred, so he's pretty sure that he's got his man. Jack gets arrested and then bail gets set, but Kathy can't afford bail, but without her knowing, the whole town comes to help pay bail. But it's too late. Jack has already passed away. And Kathy is realizing how much she cares for him, and she knows that she has to say goodbye, but she kisses him, takes his scarf, and a few moments later, he's alive again. And everything works out, and they are going to live, obviously, happily ever after. So all in all, was this movie great? No, but it was cute. It's good for a little chuckle if you just want to have something on that's easy. It's kind of funny in some places. It is what it is. Hot Frosty, what do you expect? But anyway, thanks for joining me. Bye-bye!